about halfway through the NFL season, and I don't think anyone really knows anything yet. So, why not try and predict these stupid games once more? Last week I went 10-4, which brings my record to a whopping 93-41. Overall, I'm pretty happy with that. So, let's see if I can do about the same this week. Starting on Thursday night, we've got the Vegas Raiders versus the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos, the offense, although it's been rather inconsistent for majority of the season, I mean, just look at their past 2 weeks. This is a game that they probably should win and be able to score points in. As for the Raiders, I mean, you put up a fight against the Jaguars, and that was a crazy game, by the way. I must say, that was a crazy game. And of course, with the trade deadline being yesterday, I'm recording this Wednesday morning, Jakobi Meyers is off to Duval County. So that's one less receiver that Raiders are going to have. So I'm guessing it's going to be a lot of Brock Bowers and Ashton Jeanty for the rest of the season, as it probably should have been all along. But I do think that this game will be a bit closer than most anticipate, just because it's a divisional game for starters. It's a short week. So this game absolutely screams trap game for the Broncos. I'm still going to pick them, just because I do not trust the Raiders. I'm not buying what they're selling. But I do think that if the Raiders can get the running game going, that they will have a really good chance of winning this football game. Moving on. First of 2 games in Germany, of course the next one being next week, we have the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The Falcons, they falconed. That's the best way I can put it. Drake London scores 3 touchdowns, and it still wasn't enough because the kicker missed an extra point. He's now working at Big Lots. As for the Colts, it was a rough game against the Steelers, turning the ball over 6 times. Jonathan Taylor couldn't get anything going. I had mentioned this a few times, but they just really abandoned their identity in that game, and that's kind of what cost them the win, if you ask me. But this game, I do think, is going to be closer than a lot of people anticipate, just because it's the Falcons. You never know what you're going to get from them every week. It's been like this for the past 10 years. You don't know what you're getting from them every week. And, I mean, I'm probably going to regret this, and I'm probably going to look like an idiot, but I'm picking the Falcons because absolutely nothing in this NFL season makes sense. So why wouldn't the Falcons beat the Colts? Why wouldn't that happen? So yeah, you know what? Give me the Falcons. I don't care. Screw it. Moving on. We've got the New York Giants taking on the Chicago Bears. The Giants, you're probably not going to go anywhere this season. You didn't do much at the trade deadline, but you're not going to do anything. Jackson Dart, you're just hoping, the rest of the season is just hoping Jackson Dart looks good. As for the Bears, you actually do have hope, especially after seeing your offense score 47 points. Now, in all fairness, it was against the Bungles defense, which I think if I were playing quarterback, I could put up 25 points on them. But still, the Bears should win this game. Regardless of how you look at it, I think they should win this game. But that's exactly what the Bears want you to think. Knowing the stupid Bears, they're going to find a way to lose this game off of a last-second field goal or something. I'm still going to pick the Bears. I still don't know about DeAndre Swift's health. As I said, I'm recording this on Wednesday morning. So I don't know if he's going to play or not. I don't think it should matter. But yeah, I think the Bears should win this game. Moving on, we've got the Bills versus the Dolphins. I'm going to keep this one short. I'm picking the Bills. The Bills, they beat the Chiefs last week. The offense is running. James Cook is cruising. And the Dolphins, they're just waiting for it all to end. So give me the Bills. I'm not going to waste your time. Moving on, we've got a game that I think is going to be more interesting than people may think. We've got the Ravens versus the Vikings. The Ravens, of course, they're getting healthier. They're on a 2-game win streak. Lamar Jackson is back. He's rolling. All that's good. As for the Vikings, you got J.J. McCarthy back last week, and you bested the Lions. And he looked pretty good in the process, too. Now, with that being said, I think this game is going to be closer than most anticipate, just because it's being played in Minnesota. That is a hard environment to play in. But I'm still going to take the Ravens here in this one, especially because I think that this is the kind of game where Derrick Henry is going to be crucial to this team. And I think that if he plays well, the Ravens are going to win. If he doesn't, I very well could see the Vikings winning. But I'm going to go with the Ravens. I think they're a better team. And I just think the Ravens shouldn't be able to take this one on the road. Moving on. Oh, boy. Browns and the Jets. Both teams coming off the bye week. The Browns, last time we saw them, they lost by 19 to the Patriots despite getting Myles Garrett getting 5 sacks. Apparently, I can't talk today. As for the Jets, you got your first win a couple weeks back against Cincinnati. What do you want me to say about this game? I think this game is going to come down to how well Fields plays against the Browns defense. If Fields plays well, the Jets are going to win. If he doesn't, the Browns should win this one. I'm going to go with the Jets, and I cannot believe I am saying that. I can't believe I'm saying that, but the Jets are going to win 2 games in a row. Give me the Jets. I don't feel great about it, but you know what? This season is stupid. And in all honesty, I have more faith in Justin Fields than I do in Dillon Gabriel. He hasn't really shown me much of anything to believe in him. Then again, neither quarterback has, but still. I'm going to go with Fields and the Jets here in this one. Do I feel good? No, I don't. Moving on, we've got a potential game of the week here in the New England Patriots taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If you want the truth, I think this game is going to be really good. It's going to be really good. Oh, boy. Where do I begin? Patriots, you look like you have your guy. Drake May, he is an animal right now. And the fact that he can play the fact that he doesn't even have to play at a god-tier level and the Patriots can still win is scary. That is a scary thing. As for Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield, he is willing this team to victory right now. Now, of course, last 2 weeks he hasn't played that amazingly, but I trust Baker Mayfield. I do. Now, I think that not having his receivers, Mike Evans won't play in this one. Still don't know about Chris Godwin. If I had to take a guess, he's probably not going to play. So it's going to be the Emeka Egbuka show with potentially some K-Dot sprinkled in. I still don't know about Bucky Irving, if he's going to play or not. So, what do I think this game is going to come down to? I think it's going to come down to the running game. I think it's going to come down to whichever team can run the ball better. And I don't know why. I'm feeling the Patriots. Right now, they look unstoppable. They're on a 6-game winning streak. Drake May looks like an animal. They're a well-coached team. And I think the Patriots are arguably the best team in football right now. I mean, I said so in my power rankings yesterday. The Patriots, they look unstoppable right now. So give me the Patriots here in this one. But I do think this will be a very good game. Moving on, we've got the Saints and the Panthers. The Saints, I mean, Tyler Shuck looked okay. He looked okay, I guess. That's pretty much all I have to say about you guys. As for the Panthers, hey, you knocked off the Packers, getting an upset win. Rico Dowdle continues to be phenomenal. Still don't know why Dallas let him go, but that's neither here nor there. Panthers, look, I think that they're a feisty team, man. And although I said this yesterday, although I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, I could see them being in the chase until like the final 2 weeks of the season. But if they are going to make the playoffs, they are going to need Bryce Young to play better than he did, say, on Sunday. The Panthers should win this game, especially if they can get the running game going like they have been. Rico Dowdle has been on another level. And we'll see. I mean, it's a divisional game, so you never know. But I'm going with the Panthers. They should win this game. But who knows? Moving on, we've got the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Houston Texans. The Jaguars, they, of course, beat the Raiders in Vegas in what was a very close game coming down to the last second. The Jaguars, they're an interesting team to me. They have grit. They definitely have grit, and I do like Liam Cohen as a coach. However, the offense is very inconsistent. They're now hurt. They're beat up. BTJ, he has some sort of ankle injury. Who knows if he's going to play on Sunday. Of course, Travis Hunter, he's on IR. So you go out and you get Jacoby Myers. So we'll see how much of an impact he makes. I can't imagine it's too much. Just given it's his first game there, he's got to learn the playbook and all that. But as for the Texans, woof. If they had an offense, man, if they had an offense, they could be a really good team. And I still want to believe in this team. I really, really do. I really want to believe in this team, but they're making it so hard for me to do so. Just because the offense and the offensive line in particular, they're just so bad. And CJ Stroud, he may not play in this one due to his concussion that he got against the Broncos. If CJ Stroud plays, I'm going to pick the Texans. Just because, as I said, for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, I believe in this team still. I don't think they're as bad as their record says they are, but I don't know. I really don't know about this team. If CJ Stroud plays, I'm going with the Texans. If not, I have to go with the Jaguars. That's as simply as I can put it. Moving on, we've got the Arizona Cardinals versus the Seattle Seahawks. The Cardinals, first and foremost, it has been announced that Jacoby Brissett will be the starter, as opposed to Kyler Murray, who I guess is still recovering from his injury. But I don't think it really matters in all honesty. And that's nothing against the Cardinals. I just think the Seahawks are unbelievable right now. I mean, the Seahawks, they're a team that has an elite passing game. They just traded for Rashid Shaheed yesterday. He's a big deep threat, and that's exactly what the Seahawks want to do. Sam Darnold has been elite when throwing the deep ball this season. So I think that's a perfect fit in that offense. And it's a defense that can rush the passer, stop the run. I mean, this is a very well-rounded team, a very well-coached team, and it's a rootable team. I like the Seahawks, man, and I'm going to pick the Seahawks here in this game. And that's nothing against Arizona. They just don't have the talent that Seattle does. Moving on, we've got the LA Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Matthew Stafford, he's playing like an MVP. And Kyren Williams, although he's not getting the touchdowns that he has in years past, it's because they're throwing the ball on the goal line, and mainly to Davante Adams. Davante Adams has been very quietly good this season. And he's a reason why the Rams are where they are. And I know the Rams lost to San Francisco at home several weeks ago on Thursday. This one is a bit different because it's not being played on a short week. There's a bit more film on Mac Jones now, assuming he is going to be the starter. Who knows when Brock Purdy is going to come back. 49ers continued to get injured, with Michael Williams going down for the season. I'm picking the Rams here in this one. I think the Rams should be able to win this. They're a team like the Seahawks. I think they're slightly better than the Seahawks, if you ask me. But the Rams, they can rush the passer. They're great at stopping the run. And Matt Stafford is playing at an MVP level right now. So give me the Rams here in this game. Moving on, we got the Detroit Lions versus the Washington Commanders. The Lions, tough game. Tough game on Sunday. You lost to the Vikings and J.J. McCarthy. That was a rough game. Needless to say. However, I don't think this is, a catastrophic loss. It's a loss in the division. It happens. You're going to lose divisional games from time to time. As for the Commanders, I'm sorry. Your season is over. I'm sorry. And it's such a shame because, especially where you were last year, I was rooting for you. I really was. You're a likable team, but without Jaden Daniels, he is the engine that makes this offense go. I think Mariota is a serviceable backup, but he's not going to will you to the promised land. Tennessee could tell you that. So I'm going to go with the Lions here in this one. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Moving on, Sunday Night Football. We've got the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the LA Chargers. The Steelers forcing 6 turnovers on Sunday. And I think the question on everyone's mind is this just an anomaly? Or is this something we can expect to see more often? Under Terrell Austin, the Steelers have been taking the ball away a lot more. But whenever they don't get those turnovers, the defense gets gashed, and we saw that against the Bengals, and we saw that against the Packers just a couple weeks ago. So, it's going to come down to the Chargers. Can they take care of the ball? It's as simple as that. If the Chargers can take care of the ball, the Chargers should dominate this team. If not, the Steelers are probably going to win this game, because the offense isn't that bad. They're an offense that can drive down the field, and also, just the little thing that I love when the Steelers bring out 6 offensive linemen and then have Darnell Washington on the outside, so it's basically like 7 offensive linemen. Like, what can you do against that? But that's neither here nor there. But, yeah, I think the Steelers are going to win this. I don't care. Is it biased? Probably. But, you know what? This season doesn't make sense. Last but not least, we've got Monday Night Football. Philadelphia Eagles coming off the bye week. Last time we saw them, their offense has been humming. They have looked great these past couple games that they played. As for the Packers, woof. They only have 2 losses on the season, but both those losses look really bad, man. They look really bad. And I don't know what to make of the Packers. They're too inconsistent for me. They really are. And the Eagles, they're just getting going. Now, maybe that bye week might have killed some of their momentum. It's possible. But I'm going with the Eagles here in this one. I think this game is going to come down to how well the Eagles can neutralize Micah Parsons. Of course, a very familiar face as they play him twice a year. But, the Eagles, they're still the class of the NFC right now, if you ask me. And of course, they just traded for Jalen Phillips and all these other defensive players, Michael Carter, and of course, Jair Alexander. So we'll see how much playing time those 3 get. But I think the Eagles should win this game. But yeah, those are my picks for the week. It's a shame that Tennessee is on a bye week because that's a free point for me. But yeah, we'll see what happens. The NFL is stupid. Don't die.